Alright, everybody, we're gonna talk about USA. That's right, the country of dreams right here. Double underline that. Alright, so we're gonna move on to the first slide. And we're gonna list the funding of pro sports and pro military. Now, it says funding, but later on you'll probably realize that we don't exactly mean funding. This probably could just be a mistake in the heading, but just so you know, our big topics is sports and military. Alright, moving on to the next slide. This is going to be pro sports. Now, we're going to list each of the benefits that come from this, and it's only going to be 3. So, one of the benefits is better players, which come from better teams. You're going to have better players if you have better teams. So, better teams. Now, the second one's going to be more fans. Because you have better teams with better players, you're going to have more fans. And that's going to lead to a widespread, most likely, because everyone's going to like the sport because it's going to get more competitive. This thing's going to spread. Think about baseball. All right. Next slide. Next, it's going to be pro-military. And being more specific, basically pro-guns, because military is all made up of guns. You want the guns. So, benefit. You're going to have the power. In terms of military, that's supposed to be an L, but whatever. You're going to have intimidation. Because look at North Korea. They got nukes. That's pretty intimidating, if you ask me. It's power, military, and intimidation. Next slide.
So here's our graph. We have pro sports on the right side, and then underneath it we have pro guns, which is military. We have guns, and we have got high power military. So as we draw the graph, here we go. We have PPF here, which is stands for production possibilities frontier, and here's our 3 points indicated with green lines. Here's our first point. We get more sports and less military. Then next point, we get more military, but same amount as pro sports. We do balance the both of things. And the last point, we get less sports, but we get more power military. Next slide. So let's talk about FOP. Here's our FOPs. First one, label. The label for the sports can be players, and label for the military can be gun makers. And the second one, we have capital. This is what we use for produce something. For example, our gears to play sports and materials to make guns. And the last one,
Entrepreneur.
So here, let's go back to our graph. So for the first line, first point.
Watch the zoom.
Yeah.
Important part. Zoom is very important here.
We're zooming, and now more sports.
There we go.
And less guns. We get more sports, but because of that, we lose our labor because we use those on the sports, so we make less guns. So for the second point, equal guns and sports. We use our FOP as same. We balance FOP to both sides, and we produce same amounts of both. For the last point, we go more guns and less sports. We use our FOP on guns more on the guns and produce less on the sports. We do take the opportunity cost, and here's the first point of the first point. We produce 1,000 guns here, right here. And the next point, we produce, which is doubled, 2,000 guns here. We doubled our produce of guns. And for the last point, we produce more guns. High power. Let's break down 3,000 guns here. Now we are very strong. Let's focus on the culture. We do like sports. We want to play sports. So let's produce 1,000 here. And up on here. Yeah, right there. Next, we produce 2,000 sports here. For the last point, we produce 3,000 sports here. Right there.
Alright, now here you can see we have our graph with our table telling us how much we have. Now I'm going to put stars in the Captain America colors, blue and red. And the first one, it shows we have more sports with less military. Second one, about equal, putting labor into sports and military. And the third one, we're taking away sports, adding military. Now this point here, that's for more, we don't go to what we can do, we take away labors, so we take away jobs, and we produce about equal military and sports, but only very little. And the last point is also just more exceeding of what we can do. We don't have enough people to do it. It would be more sports and more military. So here you can see everything we have done. Quick overview. 5 points. Very simple stuff.